Welcome to the video. Before we begin, if not already, please take a moment to subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And click the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload. Comment your little heart out. And most of all, please enjoy. Now back to the video. Blade Runner, Halloween, Tron, The Shining, Ghostbusters, Mad Max, Top Gun, Independence Day. What do these movies have in common? They've all had sequels many years, sometimes decades, after the last installment, with varying success. Sometimes they'll recapture lightning in a bottle, and sometimes they just drop the ball. It's usually good when the filmmakers still have a story to tell, without rehashing the same old ideas. And sometimes it's just cashing in on nostalgia. This is Beetlejuice Beetlejuice.
Say my name, say my name.
Beetlejuice returns 36 years later. I went in skeptical. A lot of legacy sequels disappoint. I'm just glad they didn't go Hawaiian. That just felt wrong. Like the original, Keaton's Beetlejuice isn't on screen all that much considering he's the title character, but he's still that same unhinged lunatic from the first one. We mostly focus on Lydia and her daughter. Winona Ryder's Lydia is a paranormal TV show host who sees dead people. And she's engaged to this putz named Rory. And she's also somewhat estranged from her daughter Astrid, played by Jenna Ortega, for reasons.
Is your mom Lydia Dietz?
Unfortunately.
Astrid meets a boy that's not great, and the reveal is actually kinda chilling. Also, nothing against Jenna Ortega, but throughout the entire movie, I had to remind myself that she's not playing Wednesday.
We'll see who gets the last laugh.
Catherine O'Hara also returns as gloriously deranged queen artist Delia. Who doesn't return? Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis as the Maitlands. They're referenced but notably absent. There is a throwaway line that explains where they are, and that's that. I think Alec Baldwin has just been too busy lately, and it would have been weird to bring back one without the other in any case. Glenn Shaddix passed away in 2010, so he wasn't expected to appear either. Let's see who else. Jeffrey Jones. Charles is dead, and his death is what brings the family back to town. A pretty gruesome death that's handled in a way that minimizes his likeness to animation, puppetry, and a photo on a tombstone. Still, his presence is significant. It's just not Jeffrey Jones. We also get some new faces. Willem Dafoe is a ghost police detective. He's in pursuit of a killer in the afterlife. You heard me. That killer is Beetlejuice's ex-wife, Dolores, played by Monica Bellucci. Remember when Beetlejuice pulled out a ring on a finger? She meant nothing to me, babe. That was her finger. And she's going around killing other ghosts by sucking their souls, just as hot as it sounds. And she was married to Beetlejuice in the real world. And it was interesting to see him as human and how he died. Bob also steals the show. We love Bob. Not going with the Calypso this time, we get a nice mix of music choices. I've said this before, and I'll stand by it. MacArthur Park is a weird song, but it's weirdly catchy. For 30 years later, Beetlejuice still feels very much like the Tim Burton original. The sets, the effects, while improved, still fit. Sandworms are stop motion, ghosts are mostly puppets with practical makeup effects. It looks great. The story and script tended to be kinda all over the place. There are some subplots that don't go anywhere, and there are some things that are just rushed through. Astrid and her guy friend go into the ghost world fairly late in the second act, something I probably should have happened sooner to bring more weight and tension to the plotline. The afterlife is apparently a pretty small world, and Beetlejuice's ex is pursuing him through the entire movie, but considering how fast everyone else seems to get around, what's taken her so long? And there's another subplot of Astrid's dad getting killed, possibly in the Amazon. It's presented in a way that could have gone a couple different ways, but when it's revealed to what really happened to him, it was so sudden and convenient. Really? Rory and Lydia are planning a wedding at midnight on Halloween. Here's a question for you guys. Does midnight on Halloween mean 12 a.m., October 31st, which is actually November 1st? Or should it be 12 a.m., October 30, which actually makes it October 31, Halloween? This kind of stuff keeps my brain active at night. The movie shifts gears enough to keep things moving. Very entertaining, never dull. The ending felt a little rushed. This big conflict between Dolores and Beetlejuice is built up, and just sorta ends.
What the f?
If there's a sequel, I hope she comes back as a stronger villain. And as much as I love Willem Dafoe and enjoyed his character, you could have removed him from the movie entirely and the story wouldn't have changed. Give him more to do in the sequel. Beetlejuice Beetlejuice is 4 Bs. Still a lot of fun, with just enough fan service to comfort the fans. It doesn't try to reinvent itself, and it still feels like watching an old, dear, dead friend. Now, how many times did I say Beetlejuice in this review? Comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment the bell, the usual YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles. Beetlejuice.